Hello, welcome. So I wanted to share this idea for a Google Sheet business or a business that you could start in a Google Sheet. And I wanted to share these ideas. I have this freebie here, 100 business ideas that you can create in a Google Sheet. You can get it for free. And the top one here, there's 100 here, but I do these deep dives where I write a little bit more than just the idea. And in this video, I wanted to go over this one idea, this creator command center, because I just think it has legs. I think so many people could do this. I think so many creators, if you already are creating, if you already have an audience, you can create this and start selling it right away. What I did is I created a newsletter command center. The basic idea was that basically I took all of the content that I was reading online. I had a little bookmarklet that once clicked added that website that I was on or article, the title and the URL directly to a Google form. Then I could add a little bit of context, a little bit of thoughts that I was thinking about or questions that I might ask later, anything I wanted to, some notes. And then that Google form would submit to a Google Sheet. And now I could do that all week reading. I was at the time reading 100 articles a week. Out of that, I would pick anywhere between 10 and 20 of those that I thought, oh my God, this changed my perspective on one thing in my industry. And then each week I would go through the list of whatever I added to in that sheet, logged each one of these in a new line. And then I would go through that every week and take those 10 to 15 most of the time, and put them into a newsletter. And that newsletter, I didn't have to write much. I did originally write a lot, but then I was like, no, these articles are really speaking for me. I'm curating them, and they're really, truly changing my perspective on this industry that I was working in at the time. And I took that, so I had a bookmarklet, which can capture articles and websites, put that into a Google Sheet, and then the Google Sheet itself, I would take all of the articles that were in the last week, add them to a new tab, name that tab, and I was like, oh, I think other people could use this, and other people can. You can get that. It's called Better Letters. You can purchase that, or if you become a Better Sheets member, lifetime member, you can get that for free. It's included in lifetime membership. Thinking about this like command center for information, I think is available to a lot of creators. And if you're thinking of making a command center for, say, a creator, I think curating content should be part of it. And so part of this video and part of this free ideas, if you get Better Letters, if you buy Better Letters, or if you buy Better Sheets membership, you're more than welcome to take that bookmarklet. I even have an entire video just based on creating the bookmarklet. Get that bookmarklet and use it in your sheet. Put it in your sheet so you can sell it. I think that really makes this kind of sheet so much more robust, so much more powerful. When you think of a command center for some, like maybe social media posts or any sort of writing process that you're trying to build a sort of command center for, I think it always falls short when we're just writing in there and then broadcasting to the world. I think this bookmarklet adds a robustness of capturing and curating information. It worked really well for newsletters. I think it would work well for LinkedIn, for social media, for Twitter. And then if you're thinking of doing a command center about writing online and social media, especially Twitter, I also have a sheet called 100 Twitter templates that has a little URL there I would highly recommend looking at and implementing that, so that it basically take a block of text and then you use this URL to instantly create a draft in Twitter. So consider this kind of command center you could build very simply in a Google Sheet. You can have a JavaScript little button on your Chrome, in your Chrome browser, right on your bookmark bar. You could click that, have some inspiration or data, any website you find, put that directly into a Google form, into a Google Sheet, take all of that curated data, take either one, maybe some notes, put that from the sheet directly, open a tweet and draft a tweet, like all in one go, right, in one sheet. and combine this. Now, when I wrote this deep dive originally, and when I wrote these business ideas, AI was not what it is today. It is possible now. You pass in the title and a few notes about an article, and you could put together with AI a little bit of 200 to 500 word summary. But I wouldn't write just summaries. I would write very contextually interesting, editorialized, like, why does this thing matter to your business or to your newsletter readers, or why does this thing matter to your Twitter followers? I would add some really, really interesting stuff. I would not leave it up to AI to just summarize. You sort of can. One thing I haven't seen many people do with AI, and maybe it's possible, is take 3 or 4 articles or 5 articles, find similarities or patterns within them, or find thematic crossovers, and then write about that. Sort of, you could do the heavy lifting with that would be selecting the articles. You could do that. There's also a draft button, a URL link you can create for LinkedIn as well. So if you're thinking Twitter is almost dead and you want to work on either Facebook or LinkedIn has a draft URL, and Facebook, I don't think so. But there's a lot of interesting things you could do with this idea of a command center. And this is in addition, to what I think most people would think about when they try to think of a Google Sheet for a creator or someone who is like becoming a creator. Business people who are trying to post on LinkedIn, writers trying to conquer Twitter, people who are not necessarily really deep into a platform. You can bridge them. You can use a command center. And I think what most people would do is create a tracker or a planner. I don't think people are going to think about this command center. I haven't seen many. In the hacker world and on Twitter, there are a few command centers. I've seen them built in Notion. And honestly, it's a bunch of ideas and a bunch of writing and a place for you to write. But I haven't seen anyone else create this sort of integrated tool, especially with Notion, especially with Airtable. I haven't seen it done. And I think you could do it if you're watching this and you're thinking of a business idea. What can I do in a Google Sheet? This command center, a creator command center, taking content from online, curating it, and then putting it out to somewhere. 3 things that I think you could use. You don't have to use all 3 of them. 1, the bookmarklet. Again, in Better Sheets, I have a video specifically about that. And also, I just give you better letters so you can see what it's like. 2, I would consider AI because the AI, at least GPT-3, is super easy to integrate into Google Sheets. I have the API call already written for you. If you're a Better Sheets member, you can get that API call. I have a video here actually going through how to build like a ChatGPT clone. But in Better Sheets, I actually write out the API call for you, and literally you just need to plug in your API key. So you could integrate AI into this. It absolutely could. I've used AI inside of a sheet to do YouTube title rewrites, to write long-form content, to write short-form content, to take a little piece of content, make it longer. Lots of things you can do with AI in Sheets. I've done them, but not piece these 2 things together. And then the third thing is creating the draft buttons for Twitter. That is so simple. Again, I have 100 Twitter templates available for Better Sheets members. And that's just a URL, and you just add a little bit of text to that URL, and now anyone they'll open their own Twitter inside of a web browser. So those 3 things can put together really can move content and editorialize, summarize, really create nice content, and then put it out there. In this newsletter one that I created, Better Letters, it's specifically for newsletter writers. It doesn't send the email. You can use your own email service provider, MailChimp, ConvertKit, and I even create a little HTML. That's an interesting point, is do you I do format it a little bit for people in Better Letters. And I think that's a step that could go very well, but it also could go very badly. And so some people I think most people will choose not to format it in your particular way. But there are like formats, templates, and you can sell, right, templates or formats, frameworks. 100%. I think those are some other business ideas. But to put that together with curation, use AI and fill it in. I have a sheet available for sale for non-members called Hot Hooks, and it has frameworks of tweet hooks, and you add your own little couple of words and it will rewrite it for you and it will create a great tweet hook. It's amazing, actually, sort of too amazing. Boggled my mind how good it was, and I built it, right? So you could have frameworks and templates, and what might be funny, what might be interesting is it might be a simpler thing to sell is, hey, here's 100 templates, or here's 100 frameworks, or here's 100 formats. Totally possible that your particular audience buys that better. But if you combine it with these other things, I think it makes a more robust and more complete tool that really separates it from other people's templates. So consider selling whatever you're selling, or like taking your service and creating a sheet of templates or frameworks, and then adding this in. You could even make a command center as a pro version. You could give away 100 templates and then say, hey, for $50 more, I have created this JavaScript bookmarklet for you. I have created this AI plugin, and I've created this draft. So curate, create, and distribute. And you can give away that templates for free and upgrade to this tool. Might be really cool. Or just give away the whole thing and this would be amazing lead magnet. People using your creator command center just would be great for your business, right? If you are charging $2K, $5K, $10K for a service, and people are buying this for $100 once, and then they actually use it, they are probably highly qualified buyers of your service. So thanks for watching this. I hope it helped you consider creating a Google Sheet that you can create as a little business or a side hustle or lead magnet for your agency if you have a services, or if you do have a product out there, or if you have no product and you're just trying to think, would people buy this? Come to Better Sheets, learn how to make all this, and also copy the scripts that I've already made. So Better Sheet members get not only tutorials on how to do things, and not just the things, but all of it. You get every script, every sheet, every template, every tutorial, every tool. Lifetime members literally get everything for free, every single thing. So every tool, every template, every sheet you get for free once you become a Better Sheets member, and you only have to pay once. So thanks for watching. And also get this, if you haven't gotten 100 business ideas yet, it's absolutely free.bettersheets.co. And let's go watch some more videos here.
So you want to watch another video here on Better Sheets channel on YouTube, go check out this ROAS calculation here. For you Facebook nerds, I think this will be really fun. If you already know what ROAS is, watch this video. If you don't know what ROAS is, watch this video. If you've seen that viral plant Google Sheet, I show you how to build it right here.